All right, everybody, let's rock and roll, streaming stars. This is Dr. Letitia Wright. I'm host of the Right Place television show, America's Crowdfunding Strategist, and I also teach you how to not only have your own show, but also how to monetize it. Monetize your show and create a name people know. Listen, it's fun to have a podcast. It's fun to have a TV show. It's fun to be doing all this stuff. But you gotta, hey, Renee, the artist, you gotta make some money. You gotta make some money with it. It can't just be, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm gonna make this show and it's just gonna burn a hole in my pocket forever. Like, it can't be that. It has to be something that you can actually monetize. Yes, it's for exposure. Good day. Yes, it's for exposure. Yes, it's for cool things like sponsorships. Like, if you love books, the best thing you can do is to get you create a book show so you can read all the books you love. Create I love sci-fi, create me a book sci-fi show, and I will have sci-fi books up the yin yang for people that want me to review them. Like, that's the easiest way to get free books for people who love to read. Start you a show around the books you like to read, and you will never have to buy another book from Amazon again. I know you understand what I'm saying. So there's a lot of free perks. I had a clothing sponsor. For those of you who remember who Gwenny B is, I don't even know if Gwenny B is still in business. They lost their way in when they were a plus size. They were a plus size. I haven't been on their site in like forever. Since they weren't my sponsor, I don't go on their site anymore. No, they're still there. They were for plus size. They got bought out. The original woman that created Gwenny B sold it. She's a very sweet woman. My deal was with her. Amazing woman. But what they did with the new company is they decided Gwenny B was going to be for all sizes. Well, Gwenny was known for the big girls. So nobody that was size 4, 5, and 6 was trying to wear anything from Gwenny B. Like, not even, right? They don't want to be, nobody wearing a small is trying to be associated with Gwenny B. And so they decided that they were going to be for everybody, which meant that they had fewer clothes for somebody that was big. So if they had, a dress for what they used to have is for larger sizes, there were plenty of dresses for everybody to get. But when you started going down to size 0, now they go to 0 to 26, there might be 2 dresses in your size. So you're going to wait forever to get the dress. So now they serve 0, right? It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So they changed who they served and began to lose the market. They began to show models that were not plus size anymore, which for those of us who are plus size, we know if we're not represented, then you probably don't have anything for us. You probably don't have anything for us because you're not even representing us in your advertising. So when you're looking at things and you're talking about your own show, make sure that you are representing. I don't know why I'm yawning. Haven't had coffee today. Actually, I did not sleep my best last night, so I'm probably yawning because I really am sleepy this time. The whole point is that your show should represent who you want to talk to, who you have it for, who you want to talk to. And the reason why it will be advantageous for you to show who you want to talk to. In other words, I only go where I am wanted and celebrated. I'm no longer trying to break down barriers and da-da-da-da-da. Now, there are certain situations. I talk about finance. I talk about crowdfunding. For a long time, I was one of the few people of color that could talk about crowdfunding on a deeper level. And so I got invited to a lot of things. And they knew they were inviting me because I was a person of color and I was a woman, and everybody knew what the game was, and they wanted me there for that reason. But when I look at an event and I look at all of the speakers, and they're all pale, male, and just old enough to drink ale, I'm not going to that event. There's no representation, especially if it's here in LA, where literally, I think I have makeup in my hair, literally every nation in the world is physically represented in Los Angeles County. So you have no reason to not have diversity. If you don't have diversity, I'm going to assume it's on purpose. And that's how I look at things. So when you are setting up your show, you got to know who it's for, and you've got to represent those people. You can't say I have a show for teenagers and there's never any teenagers on the show. It's just some grown-ups talking at some teenagers. There's two ways to go about having your own show. You can, hi, let's talk. Hi, Penny. You can do it yourself. In other words, there's ways for you to get your own channel, your own show, and get it on the air yourself. Or you can say, hey, I want to go to Hollywood. I want to pitch. I want a production company, take over my show and put me on the air. Doing it yourself, you'll get on the air a whole lot faster. I'm just going to be honest with you. Just because they have a timeline, they have competition. In Hollywood, you are competing with seasoned people. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not a dream killer. I'm just saying, just know you are competing with seasoned people. You are, you've got to come up with some good ideas. You got to know who to pitch. You've got to put together a sizzle reel. You've got to put together collateral materials that make sense. You have to have conversations with people in the right market. You can't just pitch your show idea to anybody in an elevator. It does not work like that. Most people do not take unsolicited pitches. They don't take unsolicited pitches. You have to be in a situation where everybody has agreed to listen to your pitch and, all of that stuff. And so there's a whole thing, people prep for months. There's an event in Los Angeles that happens in October, November, and where you can come together with producers who are real producers. Nobody's fake. It's a situation that's made for people to be able to meet with these producers and pitch their show. Nobody's fake. Everybody's vetted. It's a real thing. So you won't be pitching to somebody who really really is not connected to a producer or production house, a studio, and you won't get, fooled by nobody. It's real people, real deals happening. On the other side, you have to pay to be there. It's not free. And it's not cheap. Okay. It's not $2. It's thousands of dollars, and you have to be ready for that level of the game. If you're not ready for that level of the game, it's not going to happen for you. Now, if you want to do it yourself, you want to have your own Roku channel, your own Amazon Fire TV channel, your own Apple TV channel. What my company does is that we support people who want that. We do the tech side, so you can just focus on you're just focusing on your shows. In other words, you hand us the show, we upload it to your channel. We build the channel out, which is coding. It's not a hammer and nails, it's coding. Build the channel out, we submit it to Roku, we get it approved, and now you can upload to your channel what you want to upload to your channel. You still do have to follow FCC rules, so no, you can't upload corn and anything crazy like that. But I've been in this business for 25 years. I'm not going to let you upload anything that will endanger your reputation or your standing with the FCC. So you send us your content, we upload it for you. It is not like YouTube. It is my proprietary system, and so I don't allow clients to upload it, because if you break it, you're going to break my channel and everybody else's channel. We have several channels. You can go to rightplacestudios.com if you want to see some of the channels. We just added 2 new channels that are not on there yet. But, you can go to Right Place, like my name, Right Place Studios, if you want to see those channels. So that's how we do it. It's kind of done with you. You do the content. We make sure it's up and that it's running. So those are the things that have to happen for your own show. Now let's go deeper. For your show to be successful, if you're going to host your show, for it to be successful, what kind of show is your show going to be? What kind of show is your show going to be? What kind of show, meaning what's the format? Is it going to be a talk show? Is it going to be like a travel show? Is it going to be like a cooking show? Is it going to be like, what kind of show is it going to be? Different kinds of shows lend themselves to different kinds of funding. In other words, it's very easy to put commercials on a talk show, right? And with a travel show, it's easy to do different types of funding. With different types of shows comes different types of funding. And so we sit down, what I do with all of my clients that you don't get with a lot of these other people who say they'll give you a Roku channel for free, or they'll get you, for $2, you can get a Roku channel over here. What they're not doing is they're not helping you figure out how to make money. That is the difference between them and me. I've been doing this since 2000. I've had my own channel, my own TV show since the year 2000. I'm not new to the game. I'm true to the game. This technology has just added to making it easier for you than it was for me when I got started. It is infinitely easier for you than it was for me in the year 2000 when I was starting my show. Hi, Eartha Fraser. So you have infinitely easier ways to create shows, create content. You can put whatever content you want up there. How long the shows are, they're up to you. You could do 2-minute skits all you want. There was a guy who used to have a podcast called it was like 2-minute stories. And I enjoyed them. They were sort of sci-fi-ish stories, but they were 2 minutes long, where he was such a good writer that I actually enjoyed that. He stopped making them. But if you wanted to transfer an idea like that to a show, you can do that as long as your tribe, because the game is no longer be CBS and have 10 million people watching your channel. The game is find your tribe and have them watch the channel, because 1,000 people who spend $200 with you over a 12-month period is a $200,000 year for you. Thank you for following me, Big H. How many of you are pretty sure you can find 1,000 people to spend $200 with you? Hey, Steve. Put a 2 in the comments if you're pretty sure, over a year, you can find 1,000 people that'll spend $200 with you. You're not trying to do a super high-end thing. You're just $200. Maybe $100 here, and then 6 months later, $100 there. That is $200,000 for you. You need 1,000 followers just to be able to go live here. So if what you did live here was repurposed to a Roku channel and people were spending money with you, do you see it's not that hard to come up with content? You just have to tell people to go watch. By the way, if you want to see my channel, Right Place TV channels on Roku, Amazon, and Apple TV. Right, like on it, Right Place TV channel. Go to the Roku channel store, type it in, download the app, and then go to your TV and search for it and get it. We'll open it up and watch it. Business television. Awesome business people. Inspiration, business ideas, my stuff. I have all kinds of people on the channel. even a career person. TCE is a career person. She is out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. She's on TV. She's on the news down there. She's the news person that tells you, oh, the jobs are up and the job count and this is what's happening in the job market. She's that person on the news, and then she has her own shows. So if you want to do that, if that's something you want to do, you have a message that you want to share. Instead of waiting for Hollywood to discover you, maybe, just maybe it's time for you to do that for yourself. And of course, you can get in touch with me if you want to know how to work with me. But the whole thing is, the shows have to make you money. They cannot be just something that you're just doing to get exposure or have fun. They really do need to make you some money. Now there are pitch labs for Hollywood, and I highly, if you're out there writing scripts, I highly recommend that you prepare yourself for a Hollywood pitch. You just don't go in there, well, here's my idea, and then y'all take it and fix it up. That is not how any of this goes. You need to know how things are done in Hollywood, how you get your money when you pitch a show, what happens if you pitch a show. Thank you for the hearts. What happens if you pitch a show and you want to be in it, but they don't want you to be in it? Like Sylvester Stallone, the reason why they took so long to make Rocky is because he wanted to play Rocky, and he would not accept no for an answer. And he waited until he could find a studio that would let him play Rocky. And of course, hindsight, it was the best decision that they could have ever made because the public loved him. Also, Sylvester Stallone is the person who created sequels. Before Sylvester Stallone had Rocky and Rocky 2, that is not what Hollywood did. Hollywood has recreated movies over and over again, but they would just do it with a new set of stars. Like A Star is Born has been remade about 5 times with just a new cast. They would do it like that. They wouldn't do it with the way Rocky's doing it, 1, 2, 3, and 4, like it was a long sequel of stories. Sylvester Stallone did that. So you guys can laugh and talk about Sylvester Stallone like he's stupid if you want to, but he's not stupid. He never was stupid. He invented that. So when you're tired of looking at Jurassic 135, you can thank you can thank Sylvester Stallone for that. If I ever meet him, I'm going to say, I understand that you created the sequel, and I have to thank you for Jurassic Park number 354. So, yeah, in some cases the sequels are awesome. In some cases the sequels suck. Thank you for following me, Dave. I am following you back. And Big H, I'm following you back. So this is my whole point, is that you can go that route too, but please do make sure you're educated and you're up on that and you know what you're doing. Do not walk into Hollywood all nice and la 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 la. And there are producers out there that say, hey, pay me $10,000 and I'll represent you in front of some people and I'll pitch you and we'll see what happens. You can do that, but just know that that's a hustle. There are people out here in California that just do that. They ain't got no meetings, they ain't got no connections, they ain't got nobody. They ain't got nobody. That's all I'm saying. Anybody got any questions, any thoughts, anything? What are you thinking? About what I've been talking about, SC? If you just got here, then obviously you don't have any questions, but some of you have been here for a little bit. Well, I guess I made myself clear. All right. I guess I made myself clear. Nothing better than watching somebody say nothing. I guess. Not sure about that, but everybody has their own thing of what they like, and you are entitled to like what you like. So anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. It's been real. I'm gonna go ahead and get some work done. We're uploading some new shows and for my channel. So you guys have a great day. Let's fly.